Good morning, children. Welcome back to online class today. How are you, children? I hope you all fine and safe in home. Children, in the previous class, we all learned about one of the life process, that is reproduction. What is reproduction? Is the process of producing young ones. It is the reproductive organ in the flowering plant. Flower, is it? Flower is the reproductive organ in the flowering plant. You all know about the floral parts. What are the floral parts are calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Isn't it? The male part of the flower is androecium. The female part of the flower is gynoecium. Okay, right. Today we are going to learn about the cell. The unit of life. Okay, cells are the building blocks of organisms. The structural and functional unit of all living organism is cell. So define cell. Cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organism. The cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke. In the year 1665. Okay, this cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in the year 1665. Okay, based on cellular organization, there are two types of cells, namely prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. This based on cellular organization, cells are of two types, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. This prokaryotic, pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. The organisms having primitive nucleus, or the cells do not contain a definite nucleus. Such type of nucleus is without nuclear membrane. Okay, nuclear membrane, you all know that nucleus, isn't it? This is nucleus, that is the controlling center of the cell. So the cell do not contain a definite nucleus. Such type of nucleus is termed without nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane means the nucleus is surrounded by a membrane. This is nuclear membrane. So the cell which lack the nuclear membrane and the organelles present inside the cytoplasm which is not bounded by membrane, such cells are said to be prokaryotic. Then next is eukaryotic. Eu means true. Karyo means nucleus. So cells having true nucleus. Such type of cells are said to be eukaryotic cells. So eukaryotic cells contain a definite nucleus. That means the nucleus is surrounded by membrane. Okay. Now you are going to learn about the structure of a plant cell. Okay. The structure of a plant cell. The cell is formed of three main components. One is the plasma membrane, next cytoplasm and the nucleus. This is cytoplasm. Plasma membrane, cytoplasm and the nucleus. So if we take a cell, the cell is formed of three main components: plasma membrane, then the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Cytoplasm, then nucleus. Now the structure of a plant cell. The outer covering of a plant cell is cell wall. Okay, this is cell wall. That is the outer covering of the plant cell. It is made up of mainly the cellular material, that is cellulose. Okay, a typical plant cell has a cell wall with a large central vacuole. This is a vacuole. What is this? This is a vacuole. A large central vacuole and plastids. In addition to other organelles present in animal cell. Okay, the cell wall, that is the outermost layer of the cell or outermost covering of the cell or the protective covering of a plant cell. It is mainly made up of a wall material called cellulose. Cellulose. Okay, the wall material is called cellulose. Next, the function of the cell wall. What is the function of the cell wall? The cell wall gives definite shape to the cell and also it gives rigidity to the cell. The cell wall gives definite shape to the cell and also it gives rigidity to the cell and also it's the outer covering, is it? So it gives a protection to the inner protoplasm. The cell wall is the outer covering, so it protects the inner substance or the inner organelles or the inner protoplasm or cytoplasmic organelles. Okay, next to the cell wall there will be the plasma membrane or it is termed as cell membrane. This plasma membrane transport nutrients into the cell and out of the cell. It transport. So it's the function of plasma membrane. The function of plasma membrane is it transporting it is transporting nutrients and water. Then also it preventing the unwanted substances entering into the cell. Okay, it prevents the it prevents the unwanted substances into this entering into the cell. Next, the organelles present inside the cell. This outer covering encloses the cell organelles. The cell organelles are also called cytoplasmic organelles. So inner to the membrane there will be a colloidal substance that is called cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. Okay, this is cytoplasm. The cytoplasm contains the organelles, cell organelles such as ribosome, mitochondria, chloroplast, vacuole, nucleus and endoplasmic reticulum. Then this Golgi apparatus in animal cell we used to say Golgi apparatus, but in plant cell it is termed as dictyosomes. Okay, these are the cytoplasmic organelles present inside the cell. So what is cytoplasm? The cell or the plant and animal cell also contain the cytoplasm. Inside the cell there will be a colloidal substances or jelly-like substances that is called jelly-like substance that is called cytoplasm. It contains the organelles, cell organelles such as, what are the cell organelles? This ribosome, mitochondria, chloroplast, vacuole, then endoplasmic reticulum, etc. Okay, first this endoplasmic reticulum. This endoplasmic reticulum is associated with the nucleus. This is nucleus or the central body. Okay, it's a nucleus or a central body. This endoplasmic reticulum is associated with the nucleus. Then it form a network like structure in the cytoplasm. It gives mechanical support. Then some ribosomes are present in the endoplasmic reticulum. They perform protein synthesis. So endoplasmic reticulum having ribosomes involved in protein synthesis. So you all know the function of cell wall, then cell membrane, then about the endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is having the cell organelle ribosome that involved in protein synthesis. Next about Golgi apparatus. In plant cell, Golgi apparatus is called dictyosomes. These dictyosomes are transporting and storing lipids and helps in the formation of lysosome. Okay, helps in the formation of lysosomes. Now, this mitochondria. Next, about one of the organelle, mitochondria. This mitochondria are rod-shaped structure. Okay, these are rod-shaped structure present in the cytoplasm. These are the main organelles for cellular respiration. This mitochondria produces large number of ATP. What is ATP is? It's an energy-rich compound. It's an energy-rich compound. So, this mitochondria organelles are responsible for cellular respiration and it produces large number of ATP. So, these mitochondria are called powerhouses of the cell. Powerhouses of the cells are said to this are mitochondria. Next, about plastids. Plastids are pigment containing organelles present in the cytoplasm of plant cell. It is absent in animal cell. Pigment containing organelles. It will give the coloration. Okay. So, the important plastid found in plant cell is chloroplastid. This is a vital organelle present in green plants. Its function is photosynthesis. Okay, chloroplast or the plastids. Plastids are the pigment containing organelles present in the cytoplasm of the plant cell. These cells perform photosynthesis. These are the vital organelles present inside the cytoplasm of the green plant cells. Its function is photosynthesis. Next is ribosomes. Okay, next organelle is ribosome. These ribosomes are small spherical structures. They are the site of protein synthesis present in the cytoplasm of the cell. They are involved in protein synthesis. Okay, they are the site of protein synthesis composed of two rounded subunits. This ribosomes composed of two rounded subunits. Two rounded subunits. So these what about the function of ribosomes? They are the site of protein synthesis. Next, about lysosomes. Okay, next about lysosomes. These are lysosomes. Lysosomes are also called suicidal bags of the cells. Suicidal bags of the cells. These lysosomes are also contain a variety of enzymes. They can digest the material within the cell. So, lysosomes are said to be the suicidal bags of the cell. Then next, about the vacuole. In a plant cell, the vacuole is larger in size. Okay, this plant cell vacuoles are large and maintain the water pressure. What about its function? It maintains the water pressure. Next, about the nucleus. Okay, it's a spherical organelle present in the center of the cell. This spherical organelle it is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. This nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. This membrane is having small pores. These pores allow the substances from the cytoplasm into the nucleus. So, the spherical organelle, these organelles are responsible for all the cellular activities. So, it is a controlling center of the cell. So, the controlling center of the cell is nucleus. Then it stores the it is storing the genetic or hereditary characters or hereditary information. Okay, this is about the structure of the plant cell. Now, this plant cell, you all have the idea about plant cell. Now, this outer covering is the cell wall. Which is the outer covering of the plant cell wall. What about its function? It gives protection as well as it gives rigidity to the plant cell. But it is absent in animal cell. Now, this next to the cell wall is the inner to the cell wall is the plasma membrane. This plasma membrane is semi-permeable. Semi-permeable means it can allow certain selected material or selected particles to get inside the cell. Okay, so this so it is a selectively semi-permeable membrane. It is also called cell membrane, plasma membrane, or it is also called cell membrane. This membrane encloses the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm together with the nucleus is called protoplasm. What is called protoplasm is the cytoplasm together with the nucleus is together called protoplasm. Okay, now the cytoplasm, the organelles such as ribosome, mitochondria, chloroplast, vacuole, lysosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, dictyosomes. These are the organelles present in the cytoplasm. So they are called cytoplasmic organelles. Now you all know the function of each and every organelle. You must know the function of each and every organelle. Okay, what about the ribosome? The function of ribosome, the site of protein synthesis. So, protein factories of the cell, ribosomes. Or what are the protein factories of the cells? Ribosomes. Now, this mitochondria. Mitochondria are referred to as the powerhouses of the cell because during cellular respiration, these organelles are responsible for cellular respiration. During cellular respiration, these organelles generate energy in the form of ATP. It is an energy-rich compound. The expansion is adenosine triphosphate. It's an energy-rich compound produced by one of the cellular organelle mitochondria. So, mitochondria are referred to as powerhouses of the cell. Okay, next about vacuole, maintain water pressure in the cell. It maintain water pressure inside the cell. What about the lysosome? Function of lysosome? Lysosomes are the suicidal bags of the cell. They contain a variety of enzymes. They can digest the material within the cell. So these lysosomes are called the suicidal bags of the cell. What about dictyosomes? Dictyosome in plant cell, Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex is said to be dictyosomes. Okay, this which is the controlling center of the cell? Nucleus. Nucleus is the controlling center of the cell. It can control all the cellular activities. It can store. It helps to store the genetic or hereditary information. Okay. Then now one of the cellular organelle, which is another one cellular organelle absent in animal cell is chloroplast. It is present only in plant cells. Okay, this chloroplast, it's also a sausage-shaped organelles present in the cytoplasm of the plant cell. This is the structure of chloroplast. Okay, you have this. It's a sausage-shaped organelle present inside the plant cell, or it is one of the cytoplasmic organelle found in plant cell. This organelle is surrounded by double membrane. I already told you there are two types of cells based on cellular organization, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. These eukaryotic cells have the membrane bound organelle. Each and every organelles are bounded by a membrane. This is one of the eukaryotic plant cell. Okay, prokaryotic plant cell, for example, bacterial cell. Bacterial cell, there will be no definite membrane around the nucleus. So bacteria is a prokaryotic cell. There will inside the bacterial cell, inside the bacterial protoplasm, the membrane, all the organelles lack the membrane. So prokaryotic cells lack the membrane bound organelles, and the nucleus is also not bounded by a membrane. So we used to say this prokaryotic cell nucleus as nucleoid. Okay. Understand? This is one of the cell organelle present in plant cell, that is plastid, chloroplast. So one of the cytoplasmic organelle. This organelle is bounded by double membrane. This is outer membrane and this is inner membrane. These two membranes are separated by a space called intermembrane space. Okay, now the space encloses, or inside this membrane there will be a jelly-like substance that is called matrix, or this matrix present inside the chloroplast is called what? Stroma. So this is outer membrane, inner membrane. The matrix present inside the chloroplast is called what? Stroma. Okay, in the stroma there will be a structures which are arranged one above the other, coin-like structures which are present one above the other. These are called thylakoids. These structures are called thylakoids. So this each coin-like structure is called grana. Each coin-like structure is called grana. These grana are arranged one above the other like stacks of coin. That is called thylakoid. Each thylakoids are connected by a channel. This is called a Fred channel. Okay. This then it contains DNA and the enzymes which are responsible for photosynthesis. Okay. The important function of this organelle is photosynthesis and store fats and other substances. These are the functions of this chloroplast. Okay. Now, children, you are writing in your notebook who discovered the cell. Okay. Who discovered the cell? Robert Hooke. Then name which is the outer covering of a plant cell wall. Then third is the suicidal bags of the cell, lysosomes. Name the suicidal bags of the cell, lysosomes. Name the powerhouses of the cell, mitochondria. Name the protein factories of the cell, ribosomes. Okay. Name the organelles which are responsible for photosynthesis, chloroplast. Next, you are draw and label the plant cell. Draw a plant cell and label its parts. Okay. These are the questions you are writing and learning. You are writing in your notebook and learning. Okay. Thank you, children. We shall meet again in the next class.